All right, guys, so now actually looking at completing your first skipping pull-up. So we have now established what the hip hop is. We are thinking about that pop and push. That is our most crucial component. If you can get that hip hop nailed, you are near enough there with a kipping pull-up, okay? Now, looking at the first common fault that we see a lot of the time is people will start to get the hip hop, but then instead of thinking about pushing down on the rig, they will still think about pulling, which again makes sense. It's a pull-up. That's what the name is. That's what it suggests. So most people will go in and try and still, after popping the hips, still think about pulling. And we'll know this is happening if, one, we're getting nowhere near completing a pull-up, or two, you are able to complete a rep, but it looks super slow. That's how we are able to tell the difference. So if I show you one where I still pop my hips, but instead of thinking about pushing down on the rig, I think about pulling, you'll see the pace of the actual rep. So if I show you, I pop, and then I'm pulling over, okay? Now, if, obviously I've been doing this a long time, I've got decent strict strength. If we struggle with pull-ups in the first place, we're just not gonna get close to completing a rep, okay? So straight away, I'm identifying whether we are understanding that pop and push based off the speed of your reps, okay? Now, the reason why I've got the camera facing this way for this video is one of the most important things that I talk about is the actual shape that we're trying to create, okay? With a pull-up or a chest bar, we are trying to think about C shapes. And what I mean by that is, when we come from our arch and back into our hollow, we are thinking about pop and push, as we've already established. So nice aggressive pop of the hips. We push down on the rig. Our feet should end up in front. This is really important because, again, another common fault that we see is people get so desperate to complete a pull-up that their feet start to sweep back. So if I show you one of them, like this, there is no fucking way I'm ever going to be able to link reps together. So learning how to get the right shape is massively important so we can then seamlessly come back in to our hollow position and go for that next rep. So when I do the video on linking reps later down the week, that'll all make sense. But for now, let's just focus on that first rep. So timing is the key. Pop and push is the key. So we are thinking into that arch as I come back into that hollow, aggressively push down on the rig. My arms stay straight for a split second. Pop of the hips. Only and only when I've got the height, I am then going to complete the rep by pulling in. I am not pulling myself up from underneath the rig, okay? So an actual kipping pull-up rep looks like this. Pop and push, up and over. So think about that pop and push, think about that C shape, get that first pull-up nailed.